When you're looking to improve hand washing, the first question I'd like you to think about, are you talking about the quality of the hand wash, or are you talking about the frequency? Or perhaps, like many people, both. But when it's time to look at that, it's best to look at them separately because the fixes are separate, the training is separate. What I mean, one of the best ways to start is the people that are going to be involved. For instance, a crew working in your restaurant. When we're ready to work on hand washing, or maybe even before that with your management, let's look at the hand washing situation that we have now. And we'll ask everybody present to take a red dot. And we'll ask them to place that dot where they think they are on the quality of the hand wash. Where do you think you are? Here's a scale from 0 to 10, more or less the percentages. Are you a perfect quality hand washer? Well, what do you think? Now, on the frequency, do you think you're washing as often as you should? Or maybe half as often? Or maybe you're not washing at all? So now this dot is going to go up on the chart, pinning where you think you are relative to the quality and the frequency. So frequently what happens, we find people putting dots in this area. They'll start clustering around this area. A lot of people thinking they're in pretty good shape. And on goes. By the end of the shift, if you've got 20 people involved, you'll find a lot of dots up here, a few scattered around in different areas. The importance of this is to look at it and say, what are we going to do about it? And the other thing you can do is I'd advise that you have the manager put his dot up there last as he sees what people are self-assessing. This self-assessment is very important because when we're motivating the staff, we want them to realize what the problem is and what they're going to do about it. So what we like to do is to convert those two things, both the frequency and the quality of the wash, into a couple of tests. For instance, by putting a tracer on the hands of the worker and then asking them to wash it off, if they don't do a very good job, they're going to get something like this. If they do a better job, after the training, we advise that we like when the operator will actually use this form to record the results. That way, as an operator, I can say, I'm sorry, Bob, you can't work here until you get a 90. And here's how you get a 90. You have to wash for 20 seconds, you have to use the right products, use our systems, and you'll get a hand that looks like this instead of a hand that looks like that. So this is what we want to do when we're training for the quality of the hand wash. Now, for the frequency, one of the best things we find is setting a standard of how many hand washes. And we again go back to the employee and ask them, how many times do you think you should be washing per shift? Do you wash when you come in the morning, when you take a break, after using the restroom? So you look at the policies of the restaurant and interpret those to come out with an actual plan for how many times that shift is going to be washing. And then put a counter in the soap dispenser and you'll find out what the actual numbers are. Don't be disappointed when you come out with about half. We normally find that the hand washing actual is about half of what people think it is and what they want it to be. But by virtue of measuring it, understanding where the problems are, that number starts to move up on a path of continuous improvement. And this is an important step to get everybody behind it. If you're ever going to overcome the underwashing, you've got to go through this exercise. Thank you.